Program alarm 1201. You want to go on the 1201, Liberty? Roger, go 1201.
Hey, yo, we are on. Welcome to a very special episode of 1201 the podcast. Listen, man, so it go, Jay. I'm not even going to spend time on my act. Y'all should know it by now. I take a minute and introduce him properly. This gentleman right here. First, I am proud and honored to know him. Proud and honored to be able to call him my friend, for him to accept me as a friend. Let me tell you about genuine people. I don't spend a lot of time introducing people, but this is one of the episodes where I'm going to have to do it because he deserves it. This is Jason Lehrman with me on the podcast today. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to let him do his ads, but let me just do a quick intro for him. This man right here, from the first day I met him, has kept it 110 with me. That extra 10% is that genuine quality, I feel, because, you know, a lot of us, we're in tune with the natures, we're in tune with the goings around and the environment around us. And me as one of those individuals, I can tell you, I spot real. I spot fake from a mile away, but I spot real, like even further in the distance, further into the long distance. But I just want to give him an opportunity. My man Jason Lehrman is on the show with us today. I'm honored. I am blessed. I appreciate you. Please let the people know where they can follow you at. I got to shout out your website too. I got that on deck ready to go.
Yeah, so it's Jason Lehrman, owner of MajesticDigitalMedia.com. And you can find me on IG at JAYMEJE. Whoa.
I got you. It's JAYMAJESTICDMP.
Hey, let's start over one more time. Let's go. My bad, bro.
We keep it rolling, and we still on, and we here with Jay. We're here, my man Jason Lehrman.
Hey.
Majestic DMP. It's actually
MajesticDigitalMedia.com.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and then Facebook, it's my name. And, you know, I'm a little bit of everywhere, you know.
Yeah.
I'm that guy that knows so much of everything that I know I don't know shit about anything. So I'm learning something new every day.
Yes, and I respect that about you, man.
Right.
Jason Lehrman, LIERMANN, in case you're going to go online, which you should go online. While you're watching this, open up another tab, get it going, and follow the man. Let me tell you something. The man drops gems. He doesn't care who you are. He doesn't care what background you come from. He doesn't care what business you do. He's going to tell you how to get to the bag. Like Young Thug says, you know where the bag at? Show me where it is. This man right here will show you where it's at. I got mad love for you, brother. I could spend the entire show saying that. You know, I could spend the entire show talking about that. From the solids you showed me, from, you know, the solids that we've shared, you know, it's been nothing but love, man.
Yeah.
And I model my path to success behind you, and I'm proud to say that.
Hey man, I'm just a work in progress, trying to get money daily, you know, every single day. That's I want to sit here while I'm talking to you and money still be hitting the bank. That's the ultimate goal, you know.
And humility. Y'all see what I'm saying, man? Surround yourself with humble people. I do it, and my life has been different ever since. Ever since I've maintained this relationship with this gentleman, things have been on the uptick, and they have not been going down. And I'm happy to, you know, again, like I said, I can't say it enough. Happy to call you my friend.
Hey man, we more than friends, man. We family. It goes.
My brother.
In my house, we sat down and we ate together. You come to my table, we're family, brother.
Absolutely.
That's how it is, you know.
Absolutely. And when this whole Rona thing is over, I'm gonna need you at the rib because I'm gonna show you a good time in the O.
Facts.
That's a big dose. That's a big dose.
Speaking of this, say that Rona, as you're drinking Rona, just so we know.
The Rona and the brown liquor. You know what I'm saying? Salud. Lahai, man. Shout out to that brown liquor. Shout out to OTM, On the Move Entertainment. Yo, let's get it out the way now. So many artists you work with, so many artists want to work with you. Let's shout out some people that you got going on.
Man, listen, there's a few that I've been keeping my eye on. Obviously, Lil Davey, I'll never stop talking about him. You know,
you put me onto that cat a long time ago.
He has a different management team working with him, JAMA and Tight Work Management. They work with LPB Booty down here in Orlando. They're doing big things.
I heard of them.
Just dropped a video for Davey last week or the week before. Man, the kid is amazing. You know, like I said,
work ethic.
Family. So,
work ethic is crazy.
Yeah, work ethic's bananas, man. We took the kid when he was 11 years old, and he's 14 now. And, you know, he's been on a hiatus for a year, and that was her management. It had nothing to do with him, and the growth. I was in the studio with them a couple weeks ago. The growth from that kid on this year. I mean, they've really put in some work, and he has, bro. Like when I say he has hit after hit after hit after hit, it's bananas.
It's Lil Davey.
Yeah.
Also Wavy. Yo, I love
Right.
the music. I
Right.
got his music all up and down my playlist. I put my artists onto him. I put so many people onto him, and so many people are like, "Yo, when does this get dropping?" I'm like, "Be patient. These
Right.
types of acts, you need to nurture them. You need to let them grow into themselves. If
Yeah.
you imagine the amount of pressure he would have been on, like say Justin Bieber or an Aaron Carter, if he came out and just dropped, and didn't take time to grow,
Right.
it wouldn't be the artist that they are today. You know
Well,
what I'm
and
saying?
what's bananas is when we were working with him, Adrian Swish actually called him the Justin Bieber of trap. Like that, he called him that. And years later, let's fast forward to today. Adrian is working with the artist Rascal that just dropped that country trap song that I first heard. And I
Like
was
that
like,
song.
this got to be a joke, man.
You
This is a
posted
joke.
that. You put me onto that. I like
Yeah,
that song.
I was like, this got to be a joke. And then I listened to it again, and then I started hearing what that motherfucker's saying, and he's actually saying something. And Adrian said they're going to create their own genre. And a
Like-
week and a half later, he's in the studio with Timberland.
Wow.
Timberland, hey, when they took the video down, Timberland got on there and was like, I'm appalled that they would take this video down. Obviously, it's publishing. They didn't get clearance, whatever.
Yeah.
But it went viral overnight. And then I told a couple people, I said, man, if Timberland said that, watch, they're going to be in the studio. And sure enough, they're in the studio. And you know, I say all that. I'm kind of getting off topic, but I say all that to say this.
You
a lot of
digress?
people take no for an answer. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
People in the industry had just told Adrian, I read this. So Adrian, if you see this later or hear this later and I'm wrong, correct me. But I had just read something that Adrian posted that he had went to a couple labels and tried to become their A&R, and they told him that he didn't have the ear for it. Fast forward a little later, he's pushing this guy who went viral overnight, who literally is booming. So now those same people that said no, what are they going to be saying now? Fuck, we fucked up. You know, don't take no for an answer.
This is true.
You know what I mean?
Moniker. What a moniker, though.
Yeah.
Monica was the Justin Bieber of trap.
Yeah.
What a moniker. Wow. That's big. And he's just like the tip of the iceberg. You have put me on to so many different artists and shine lights on so many different artists that I know. You know, the South is bubbling. The South is not only thriving, it's winning.
Yeah.
And Florida really got a lot of talent that is now starting to just push out there.
Yeah.
B&B, Lil Davey, Billion Berg out of Miami. You know, aside from the people that you know, the usual suspects, as
Right.
we would put it.
You got Burger, he's pushing. He's been around for a minute. He's out of Melbourne. He's so fire. DJ Wynn got behind him now, so he's like pushing. He's on his radio run now. Blood Raw has another album that he's dropping the 17th of next month. What's funny is he was coming to Orlando. He was doing his promo push for the song "Hustle for Mine" that he just dropped. It dropped on the 17th of March, on right in the middle of this Corona shit.
Right when they called
Right,
the
he was
state of
supposed to come
emergency.
here to Daytona to hit the radio station here. Dogman's out in Orlando. We're set up to go film all this stuff for him, and
Pull the
Corona
brakes.
said, no,
Pull
not
the
today.
brakes.
But he has some fire that he's about to drop. And, you know, he was a big deal. He was with CTE, with Jeezy and all them when it was good, you know, when life was a different level of music. But,
You're right.
like,
And Caskey, too. You can't forget about
man,
and Caskey came up with the Young Money flick, and he's been killing it ever since.
yeah,
And,
he's
you know,
out in LA now. Him and Legit Looks got him looking so good, man.
And Miles Williams is a hot producer.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the usual suspects, AO the producer, Young Lad. Young Lad is First School alumni.
Right.
Shout out to Young Lad and shout out to First School.
Yeah.
Caskey and Miles Williams, they was on a production team, but Caskey's doing his rap thing. Miles has been a crazy knockdown producer. He's been doing stuff for MMG and all that. Like, Orlando's always had the heat. Orlando's always had the talent.
Yeah.
Even back when me and you used to run it, like really be out in these streets, like really pushing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they definitely, man. There's a lot of talent that comes out of the O. It's still, you know, there's a lot of dudes that are out there that are eating. Mo right now is doing his thing. He has a couple hot tracks.
Let me be clear though, Lil Davey is from Daytona.
Yeah,
so the
Davey's
coast
from
is
Daytona.
really pushing, and there's a lot of other artists out on the coast that are really killing right now, really
Right.
pushing too.
Yeah.
But we all, it's all family. Tampa to Daytona in the middle, it's all Central Florida. It's all
Right.
one to us.
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, Tampa, they got some artists that are bubbling over there, man. You know, and it's funny, Tampa Tony, when he got out of prison.
Damn, but Tampa, you remember them blunt splitters?
Yeah,
Oh my
hey,
God.
I
Yo,
reminded him about it. He was
how
like,
we showing our age right now.
remember those?
Yo, you might have one on my keychain.
Right.
You know
But
what I'm
that
saying?
just goes to show you. That goes to show you the mentality, the entrepreneurial mentality that a lot of people in Florida, you know, all over the globe, but in Florida, man, a lot of people that came from nothing, they might be out there doing whatever the hell they doing, but most of them have a mind to change from what they're doing and try to do something else that's going to generate revenue for them in a positive, legitimate
True.
way, and you know, help not just themselves, but he was pulling other motherfuckers up.
Around him,
You know what I
around
mean?
him, around
He
him.
was pulling other motherfuckers, and
Yeah.
now he's out, and he's back in Tampa, and there's a lot of people that gravitate toward him, and he's doing the same thing.
We
Tom
give
G.
yeah.
Tom G.
Tom G.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I flopped with Tom G here in Daytona. We brought him to Daytona about, it had to be 10 years ago, man. He was younger. Me and AE, shout out to AE. Me and
Oh,
AE
that's when you were
brought
doing
him-
the thing over in the club. I remember you brought me
yeah,
up
when we were
there.
promoting clubs. That was the thing. But we brought him here and we flopped. Fast forward to now, if we could have got him in them doors now.
I believe it. I believe it. Tom G has still been a staple in it.
Yeah,
been a
man.
staple.
Yeah, he's
We-
always been a spitter.
It's kind of like our particular areas. We give the phrase "got it out the mud" a whole different meaning.
Yeah,
You
facts.
know what I mean? Because we got it out the mud and then we took it everywhere else.
Yeah. You
know what
got
I'm saying?
people everywhere trying to do what we, you know, they've been booty shaking, twerking, whatever since Luke.
Yeah. Look, Khaled came from out of Dr. Phillips area. He took it down to Miami. Pro Style came out of Orlando, took it up to New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people out of this area still took it out, blew up, but still came back and still represented. You know what I'm saying?
Well, word, if you want to get all the way to the beginning, if you want to take these youngsters all the way to the beginning, if it wasn't for Luke Skywalker and the 2 Live Crew fighting for censorship, there wouldn't
Absolutely.
be no rap today
It wouldn't be rap as we know it.
at all.
Or
Period.
music. Because pop
Yeah.
music and contemporary music, I've been listening to a lot of contemporary stuff like Train, like OK Go, like stuff like that. They're cursing in those records too.
Yeah.
They couldn't get away with that if it wasn't for Luke.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can't act like you could say the B word or you could say
Right.
anything else like that. You can curse on this platform, by the way, in case you
Yeah. I'm a curse. I'm an avid cursor. You know what I mean? I
listen.
can't help myself.
That's how we fucking give it up. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm 100% real, and I can't help it. I cuss like that, and but yeah,
What it is.
real talk. If they wouldn't have fought censorship, if they wouldn't have fought the government themselves and went to war about that shit, we today would not know music the way it is. And they are from where? Florida. I mean, NWA did it too, but they did it. They fought it. They fought it. They fought it. They fought it. And now, you know, we can have music however we want. If I want to say hi, how you doing? It's awesome. I want to say fuck you. I can do it all day long.
Yeah.
There is no problem. You know
CeeLo
what I mean?
Green. I
Yeah.
seen you driving around town with the girl I love.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck you.
Hey, yeah, CeeLo, he's gas too. But
Yeah, it's super
but yeah.
gas.
But yeah, music is taking a turn. And you know, since we taking a turn, music is about to take more of a turn with this COVID shit. And
I'm glad you brought it up.
Yeah,
Let's
so
get
many
right
problems.
into that, man.
Yeah.
So you've been saying it early out. Obviously, you and I are close. I follow you on the gram as everybody else out there should. You know what I'm saying? It's J Majestic DMP. That's D for Delta, M for Mary, P for Peter. J Majestic DMP. That's at Instagram. That's his at. Make sure you on the website too. It's Majestic. Help me out here, brother.
It's www.majesticdigitalmedia.com.
Absolutely. www.majesticdigitalmedia.com. Back to what I was saying. I've been following you for a minute. You posted up the first post I personally saw. Not the first out
Right.
there. I'm not going to live in an oblivious world, but the first one I saw, Are You Ready?
Yeah.
You put that on your IGTV. Let's talk about this for a second because you just touched on it
Yeah.
and you just said it in a nutshell. You know what I'm saying? Like things are changing and things are different now in this COVID world.
Right.
Please.
So what happens is this, right? We live in a world where people are comfortable, regardless. You know what I mean? You got a good job, you're making some money, your bills are paid, everything's straight. Even if you're just barely getting by, people get comfortable in that shit. But when something bad hits, are you ready for it? That's what I've always said. You know, I tell my kids that all the time. You know, are y'all ready? If I die tomorrow, I love them. I don't want my kids to be bad, but I need them prepared. So I tell them, if I die tomorrow, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do? You need to already have the tools to be prepared to you know, go the next step, because life doesn't end just because something stops. So that being said, the Are You Ready movement, I cover a lot of huge shows. I put a lot of cool content out there. I do a lot of cool stuff, and I dropped that Are You Ready, and that got more vibes than any cool thing that I've posted.
And I followed the pod for your daughters too. I think that's lit, bro.
That's dope. You know, I'm trying to give them a little production aspect too.
I appreciate what you're doing.
4 more in the chamber. When I get 6, we're gonna really start dropping them. And that's the Yana Mia show.
Yana Mia show on YouTube.
Yana Mia at YANAMIASHOW on Instagram.
And on YouTube, you search the same thing.
Same exact thing.
Yana Mia show.
All platforms, it's Yana Mia show. You know, I branded them correctly, 100%. But they're 7 and 8. They have their own show. We're just starting it off right. But back to it. You know, Are You Ready? When I first got the call on March 6th, we were coming back from Tampa. Me and the homie Ren, we had just got done working on a show there. I was doing camera, and I was booked till May, all the way till May. March 6th, driving back from Tampa, I get the call, hey, everything's canceled. What do you mean everything's canceled? There's no shows. They're canceling everything. Orlando alone lost almost it would start off at 300-something million. Now it was 600 million, almost $1 billion worth of shows they lost in a 1-week period of time.
Bro, you gotta forgive me. I'm just doing the math in my head. It was beginning of April. You were booked through May, and I'm already just doing rough math in my head. I booked all the way through May. I was booked all over Louisville, Kentucky, different places. I'm booked. Everything stopped. So I had to ask myself, okay, shit, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna lay down and wear it, or am I gonna keep eating? Well, you know, lucky for me, I have other business aspects that I can jump into. Mm-hmm. And a quick mind to be able to switch shit up on a fucking fly.
Right. Not everybody does. So, you know, I was able to, you know, jump over into my business and keep going, but that's me. So the Are You Ready movement was like this. Look, I just lost everything, straight up. If I didn't have a backup plan, I'm screwed. So since I lost it, let me get it out there to these other individuals that are out there that watch me. Are you ready? You know what I mean? Yeah. Because at the time, clubs hadn't shut down. Artists weren't losing shows. Yeah. They still had shit booked out too. Yeah. So I started saying it. Listen, if
everybody at the same time,
are you ready to do something else?
We need to talk more about this, man. We're going to cut to a break real quick.
Okay.
And then we're coming back and we're going full force on the Are You Ready? Hashtag Are You Ready? Because listen, this is what we need to talk about right here. You dig what I'm saying? Are you ready? Are you ready for this break? We'll hit you. We'll see you in a second.
Program alarm 1201. Roger, go 1201.
All right. Hey, yo, we are back. We are back on 1201 the podcast. It's your man, So It Go, Jay. It's my man, Jay Majestic DMP. Follow him on the gram. Follow us on the gram at 1201 TWELVE _OH_1. Shout out to Dolph Media. Yo, shout out to OTM. Shout out to Majestic Digital Media Productions. Excuse me, MajesticDigitalMedia.com.
Yeah.
Go on www.MajesticDigitalMedia.com and follow my man Jay Majestic DMP. Dog, before the break, we were really lighting it up. We had a hot conversation going with Are You Ready? Hashtag Are You Ready? Now, we were talking about musicians, digital artists, any type of artistry, what you mainly do, and how you were talking about before this whole coronavirus, before the lockdown and all this other mad going on. You were getting your family ready, getting yourself ready, getting the people around you ready. Let's get back into this, man. Hashtag Are You Ready?
Word. So yeah, so basically, man, it's like before a situation like this arises, are you ready for a situation to arise like this? You know, and I'm not talking about having your refrigerator full, and I'm not talking about having toilet paper, and I'm not talking about all that.
Thank you.
bullshit.
Thank you, because thank you for calling what it is, bullshit.
Yeah, for real. Like, you know, I'm talking about financially. Are you ready for everything you have to stop?
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people aren't. And you know, the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
We just looked it up. 6.6 million people filed for fucking unemployment this week alone.
But you know what hurts? You know what really hurts?
Huh?
That's 6.6 million of the working class of the retail, customer service, whatever they classify as non-essential.
Right.
Think about the artists, the videographers, the audio engineers, the people that are in studios, the people that get your hair cut before you go to the studio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what's really digging on me. But I digress, please.
Yeah. You know, it's you know, the majority of people that are that working class, you know, are you prepared for the worst?
Right.
Are you able to move on when something like this occurs? And there's a lot of people out there that the basis of what I was saying was there's a lot of people out there that have skills that they could take virtual. You don't have to go to work every day to still make money doing the exact same thing that you're already doing.
Yeah.
You could be the trainer at the gym that's working out clients every day, that's making money. Well, now all the gyms are closed. What do? There's ways. You create a website. You use Zoom or one of these things.
You've heard of Square appointments?
Same exact clients from home.
You've heard of Square appointments?
Yeah, exactly.
You set a Square appointment up, and you can do whatever you need to do in person for that hour, that session.
Well, I've been offering clients this. We build a web page for them, gives you all it's basically a web resume, and there's a calendar on the back end of it. And that calendar, if I'm the client, I go on there and I see, oh, he's available from 9 till 10, $25. I click it, I book it, I pay for it. Then he looks on his phone and he's like, hey, you know what? I have a session from 9 to 10. Let me get on there. Click, click, click. Here, send him the link. We're on the link. We're on Zoom. Up to heaven and down to hell. And
bro,
you know what I mean? Like,
you've always been ahead of the curve.
Always.
And I love you for that, man. For real, I love you for that, bro.
Word. Well, it's the same with teachers. You know what I mean? School is now virtual.
Zoom, WebEx.
Well, yeah, they've been using Teams because Zoom, I guess they were saying it doesn't matter. Yeah. So long story short, it's virtual. Well, not all parents are good teachers.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean they're not a good parent. That doesn't mean they're not the best manager or the best employee or the hardest working motherfucker in the world. They might just not be good teachers. So if I'm a tutor and I have these skills to you know, help children out, but I can't use my brick and mortar store anymore because we're shut down and we have to sit at home, what do? Oh my God, I'm not going to make any money.
Nope.
No, offer your tutoring. Yep. Like there's people out there, I love my daughters to death. I am not the best teacher when it comes to teaching a first and second grader and sitting there for 4 45-minute classes and them raising their hand or asking me every 10 seconds something different.
Yeah.
I can do it.
Yeah.
But it's not my forte.
Yeah.
So in turn, I personally have been looking for online tutors to help the girls out. I'll get them through the school, but if they have questions and there's something that they need, you know, let's keep it real. A lot of children learn better from other people than they do their own parents because their parents hold them to a higher expectation.
Yeah,
and they feel like this and that.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm nervous. I don't want to ask them this question.
Sometimes you need that different dynamic. You know, the dynamic you have with your parents, the dynamic you have with your children, totally different than the dynamic a teacher and a student has.
Word. So
and you need that.
That service is out there. You can take that virtual. So it goes back to, are you ready? Are you ready if tomorrow you lose your job and you lose everything? Are you ready to do something else? Or do you have to go through the looking process?
Yeah.
The best part about this time and everybody having to sit like this is you have time to learn something, figure something out, or do something new.
Yeah.
And you never know. It might catch so much that when we are able to go back out into the world and go back to work and go back to life how it is.
You might be in a better position.
Well, not only will you be in a better position, but you can still do that. So you go back to your regular job or you get another job, but you can still do that on your off time.
Or what I'm saying is that you can actually let this take the place of that job if you're actually making it as lucrative as it should be.
Exactly, as lucrative as it should be. Exactly. You know, but the key point is trying to figure out ahead of time when nothing is wrong, when everything in life is good.
Yeah. Trying
to figure out how you're going to take care of you and yours when shit hits the fan, and just hope that shit never hits the fan.
You know, it was, and I hate to quote this, but I can't feel like any quote doesn't fit this position. Rahm Emanuel once said, "No crisis should go wasted. No good crisis should go wasted," and that holds true for the CEOs and the government as much as it does for you and I.
Right.
Take this crisis and turn it into something positive. Right. Flip that neutron, flip that proton into something what it should be, and get it going and get yourself restarted. You know, everybody talking about take time and reset. That's good. Reset, recalibrate, work it out, figure out what you're going to do. But don't plan this shit to death. You got to execute. My point is you got to execute.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And one thing that you called this from very early, you called this from the early stages. You said this might be, you might feel like this is a week or 2 weeks, but this could go on for months. This could go on for the end of the year. Those were your words. I'm paraphrasing, but that's what you said in a nutshell.
And I called it, you know, and it sucks that I was correct, you know.
Nobody wants that, but.
Right. You know, I was saying that March 7th, March 8th, that this was going to go on when they first canceled kids' school for the first little bit of time. I said, nope, they aren't going back to school the rest of the year. Watch what I tell you.
That's it. Are you ready? Have you figured out a plan?
Right. I already figured. So I'm like, damn, they're out. No, summer's early. They're still going to have the virtual school. I already planned for the problems with that. I'm like, well, shit, these teachers teach in a classroom. A lot of them aren't tech savvy. A lot of them are going to have learning curves themselves while they're trying to teach. You know what I mean? And we're seeing that right now. So it's like, you know, shout out to those teachers. We send our children to them every fucking day, and they bend over backwards to teach them, to nurture them, and to give them the shit that we you know, aren't giving them at home.
You're right.
We're working and busting our ass.
And no one thinks about what they're going through. You're right.
You take them out of their comfort zone. Some of them are having issues. You know what I mean? And those issues, you know, are transitional to the children as well. So, you know, that shit we have to plan for as a whole. The school board didn't know what to do. You know, nobody knew what to do because we don't have a plan of action into place for any of this.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do for next time? Because I promise you, coronavirus is not the last thing that's going to affect us this way.
Listen, you called it the first time.
Easily did everything they wanted us to do when they wanted us to do it. So something else can come up at any given time.
You called it the first time, Jay. From one Jason to another. This man called it the first time. And he's telling y'all right now, don't think this is the end of this.
No.
This subsides. It subsides for a reason. It subsides because they want it to subside.
Right.
You have to think long term.
Yeah.
This is chess, not checkers.
Yeah, I mean, all you got to do is look at the math. You know what I mean? Look at the math. And I'm not talking about numbers. I'm talking about months before coronavirus locked us all down, you had people in Senate and in high places pulling their money out of the stock market. They knew it was bad. They knew something was coming. You know what I mean? You have people now that are in positions that are, you know, going to benefit off of the fact that there are bailouts for businesses. You know, I'm not against it. I'm a business.
That stimulus is a facade. That stimulus is supposedly for us.
Right.
But the majority of that money, you and I discussed before the show. We know where it's going.
You know, you just have to look and follow the numbers and figure out who's going to get what, where, why, and how. And you might be surprised who's invested into certain stuff that's getting pushed onto us in a time of fear that makes people want to run out and get it, but they're profiting off of it. You know what I mean? So, you know, the war, fear, shit like that is great for business, unfortunately. I'm not saying that this is all business. I'm not saying that not to worry about it.
No.
I've been in my house since March 6th.
Yeah, we recognize people are more severely affected by this than we are.
Right.
We recognize that.
Tell me I'm at home. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going nowhere. I'm here.
Yeah.
So,
but there is a bigger problem here. There is a
Right.
bigger agenda, and you and I recognize that. You know what I'm saying? And we're pleading with other people that more people recognize that.
right. And you know, I know there's laws and there's this and there's that govern shit, you know, but look at the countries that literally shut down. They're coming out of it okay right now. They
Yep.
shut the fuck down and
Yep.
they're coming out of it. America, we're free. We're free. So we're a whole bunch of little Chinas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have a president who can say, let's shut everything down, but I want to give my governors enough time. And you have governors that don't believe it, don't want to shut it down. So you have all these little Chinas and the shit's spreading.
And they're allowing travel. I still heard this, bro. They are allowing travel.
Yeah.
People can still travel back and forth from state to state.
Yeah, word. You know, absolutely. And you know, again, we're free. You know, we're free. So
not that you should. I'm not asking for martial law. I am against the Stafford Act. I do not want the Stafford Act.
Mhm.
I am highly upset that the Stafford Act is in effect because I realize what it can go to. But what I'm saying is, we should make more responsible decisions as individuals.
Word. We should already be ready for this. Like
I did what I had to do because I knew where I needed to be. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Okay.
And I'm glad. You feel me?
There are people frivolously traveling.
Coming out to our beaches and hanging out and having a great big party. And DeSantis isn't going to close it down because he's happy that people are down here for spring break. And then this is just me. You know, this is just me. I apologize if I offend anybody, but like Jason said, I'm going to say what I say when I say it.
Beyond intent.
Came down here for bike week or spring break or any of that shit, and you went home with coronavirus,
that's
and you got sick, and you're fucked up. Don't go get tested. Don't utilize any of the hospital shit that's given for you. Don't do anything. Leave it to somebody else who it was not their decision or choice.
Stay your ass home. Stay your ass home.
Stay your ass home. Be sick. Hopefully you don't die, but if you happen to, I'm sorry for your family, but you made a dumb choice. You know, that's just me.
You know, more importantly, you should think about your family. When I decide whether or not I'm gonna leave the house for something, whether it's essential or not, I think about my family. I think about, I don't care if I get it. You know what I'm saying? I'm worried about the people with medical conditions and the people of a certain age in my family that I could expose.
Right. Well, that's my cousin showed up at the house, knocked on the door. I talked to him through the door. He's like, man, quit being soft, bro. Come out here and give me some love. No, I ain't giving you no love. He's like, bro, you tripping. You gonna be good. I said, you're right. I'm gonna be good even if I die. If I get it and I die, my kid's gonna be straight. They're good. But if I come out there and you give it to me and I walk in the house and I give it to them and God forbid something happens to one of them.
That's on you.
Whose fault was it?
See what I'm saying?
Right.
You gotta live with that decision.
Exactly. And I'm not gonna do that. So me being me, I don't want to be in this house. Like I said, from January 2nd till March, I was on the road. That's my life. My entire life is one place to another, one hotel key to the next hotel key. That's my life. You know what I mean? That's so me stopping and coming here has me like, oh my God. But at the same time, it's giving me time to hang out with the kids, to reevaluate some of my work things, you know, reevaluate some of my investments, do like the Senate did and pull my money out of certain places and put it into cryptos. You know, I'm just sliding that word out there for certain people. You've
been pushing that.
Up, down, but they're right now.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's, you know, are you ready? It all goes back to, are you ready? Are you ready for the next virus? Are you ready if you're a two-parent home and God forbid something happens to one of your spouses or to your spouse? One of your spouses, the side dude too, right? But one of your spouses.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You know what I mean? If something happens to your spouse, are you ready to take up 100% of the bills and everything else that you're obligated to handle? You know, that's what we have to prepare ourselves for as people. So, you know, I've been telling my sons this from the beginning. If you don't have 10 times what that thing you want costs, you can't afford it.
Don't get it.
You can't afford it. Not even don't get it. You can't afford it. You know, and my oldest son, But he'll tell me,
Right
man, I
there.
got a band. I'm good, man. I'm going to get these J's. I'm going to do this. I said, how much the J's? They 2 something. I said, you got a band, right? Yeah. You got 10 times that? You got 2 racks? No, then you can't afford them.
Can't afford it.
No,
'cause
but I'm going to get them. And
that's
then a couple
30%.
weeks later, they're telling me,
That's
hey, Pop,
30%.
you got some gas money? No, bitch, I got
See?
no gas money.
See, that's 30%. And 30% is a nonprofit, Tango. If 20% was a nonprofit, 30% is a no-go. You dig what I'm saying?
You feel me? So,
Listen.
you know, that's how I live my life. And it's not just me, you know, there's a lot of people in this world that I'm not rich.
No.
I am nowhere near rich at all. You know what I mean? There's millionaires out there that they're feeling this shit, but they're not feeling it like a lot of other people. But I just believe that if I don't have it, if I don't have 10 times that amount, I can't afford it. And I live by that. You know what I mean? So if I get back to work in the next 4 or 5 months in the AV world and I get back on the road, and
Which you will. I'm calling that right now. Yo, positive energy. You will.
Yeah. If I do and I get out there, then I'll be straight. But if I don't, I'm still going to be straight.
Because you're going to change the game up.
Right. And I already have started. You know what I mean? Like I said, building these websites, adding a platform for other individuals out there that have these skills that could possibly take their skill virtual.
So
you know?
Speaking of which, let's get right into that right now. What are you doing right now? What can people expect when they go to majesticdigitalmedia.com?
Right.
www.majesticdigitalmedia.com. When I get there, what can I expect? What kind of services can I expect? I know the quality top notch. That I don't have to worry about. Nobody else watching this should have to worry about. But what do you expect?
Put it all the way out there like this. If you're serious about business and you have something that you believe you can take virtually or you can make money from home with it, and you want a consultation, you want to figure out if you're able to do that, 386-506-6261. Call
One more time, Mike Jones. One more time.
386-506-6261. That's
386-506-6261.
Call the number. Don't call about that bullshit.
For the people in the back?
If you call and you're dead ass serious and you feel like, you don't have to know, if you feel like you have something that you can generate revenue from home with and you don't know how to develop it, give me a call. If I don't answer, leave a message, a detailed message, phone number, why you're calling, and what you are looking for. And if I don't call you back, text me, and I will eventually get back to you. If it's serious and we talk about it, if it's not, I'm gonna tell you, hey, sorry, I can't help you. But you never know. It could be something that A, could benefit you. B, we might be able to help you build it. C, in these times where everybody is struggling at a very, very, very good rate for yourself, you know what I mean? Because now I have so much time on my hand, I can afford to do things, but not for free. But I can afford to do things for a little bit less because I can do it while my girls are running through the house, driving me crazy. We can still get it done. I can give them a couple hugs and we can get to the money. Listen. And if it's something that's very beneficial and I feel like I may be able to profit off of it as well, I might want to team up with you.
So there's opportunities.
There's
Listen,
opportunities.
If it's Daytona, if it's Orlando, if it's Tampa, if it's Florida, if it's worldwide.
Worldwide, it's virtual.
www.digitalmajestic.
Nope. 386-506-6261.
386-506-6281. www.
6261.
6261. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're good. No worries, man.
Listen, straight up, you own a restaurant, you own a clothing line, you own anything that needs to get out there, needs to get heard. You need to change your advertising campaign. Sure. Your advertising campaign may have been, come down and come see us. Right. If you're a car dealership, you might have been like, come down and come see us. If you're a restaurant, come down and come see us. Now everything is, no, call us, make an order, we'll deliver it to you. If you're interested in buying a car at a local car dealership, these guys got to get on the page.
Yeah.
Every business needs to get on the same page right now. You guys need to understand that you need to market for a virtual customer. You need to be able to show them what you can do, show them the services you provide, show them the products you have. And a company like
Majestic Digital Media.
Majestic Digital Media can do that for you. You dig what I'm saying?
Artists as well. artists, a lot of artists that I work with, we handle social media campaigns as well. If you have the content, we can take that content and change it into something that people want to see that's engaging to people.
Build the website
artists, right now, artists are sleeping. I've been watching. There's so many people are at home right now, and this is all they're doing.
I'm so disappointed.
This is all they're doing.
And going on lives.
All day long. All day. If you're an artist and you're not putting out new content, if you're an artist and you're not putting out new music, if you're an artist that had 10 shows booked and lost all the shows and you're mad sitting at home, ain't getting no money, you're asleep. You should be dropping content every single day.
Jay, I'm so happy you said it. It's mind-boggling.
Every day.
If you weren't doing this before,
Dame Dash was set up to drop his app and some of his TV shows later. This hit, he dropped them right away. Why do you think he dropped them right away? Because he's a fucking genius already. We already know him and Jay-Z with The Rock. He is a financial genius. You know what I mean? I watch Dame like old ladies watch soap operas. You know what I mean? That dude knows how to get money. He dropped it. If you have content right now, right,
and you're not taking advantage of the current situation, everybody's at home.
Yeah.
Everybody's at home.
Word.
Now, everybody might not be watching you. That's because you're not promoting it right.
Right.
You get with a company like Majestic Digital Media.
Right.
They're going to promote it right. My point is this. Everyone is at home. It's a numbers game. It's always been a numbers game. If I got 100 people and I need 10, I got to advertise to 100 to get 10.
Yeah.
Or 1,000 to get 1%.
Right. Well,
it's a numbers game. It always has been.
Look, the game is changing. You know, everything is going to be live.
I told you, it's been the Wild Wild West. It's been the Wild Wild West before Corona. Right. It's been the Wild Wild West.
It's been a thing. But, man, Manny Fresh went live last weekend, Friday and Saturday night. DJ'd live on Facebook and on Insta. And at one point on Insta, he had 7,500 people with him. On Facebook, he had almost the same. So that's about 15,000 people watching him stream from his in-home studio. You know what I mean? With his Cash App up there, people might not have given him nothing, whatever. But I'm telling you, it's a new wave.
Yeah.
When people like Live Nation, who's already been streaming live, and some of these other big brands start seeing the potential for them to generate revenue just from live streaming, you might have a venue that fits 40,000 people, 100,000 people. But you might be able to stream that same exact content and hit millions of people. I mean, the UFC does it anyway with their pay-per-view gates.
UFC sold that joint for like what? Was it 8 billion, 6 billion or something like that? You know the number. I know you saw that deal.
All I know is at the end of the day, streaming is huge. So the internet right now is booming. If you're an artist and you're not dropping content and you're not trying to, you might not have the money to put behind it, but you can definitely, Gary Vee says it best. If you're sitting at home and you have 3 hours, go on the hashtags that you use. Engage with people, write stuff. If you hit 1,000 people that day, like you said, and 1% of those people follow or hit you back, and then 1% of those people invest their time or their
money in the bank.
You're making something instead of nothing.
Let me tell you something. You know what they call that? You and I know. That's called sweat equity.
Exactly.
If you can put in sweat, what am I doing right now? I'm sitting here sweating anyway.
I'm drinking.
I'm drinking, and it's just raising my body temperature. I'm sweating anyway. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
I'm gonna sweat for some equity. Yo, my brother, Mr. Learman.
Yes, sir.
Jason Learman.
Stop.
Listen, one Jason to another Jason.
Right.
I am appreciative and humbled by the fact that you came on the show for me, man. This is gonna go down for me as one of my favorite episodes.
Hey, back at you, bro. I fuck with you regardless.
Listen, long ways, brother. I fuck with you. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, I want to shout out real quick 132, my people back in New York holding it down. I want to shout out the Ryan Show. Shout out Mr. Cheek. Shout out OTM. Shout out Dolph Media. Shout out Majestic Digital Media. I got that right?
Yeah.
Brother, I want to give you a chance. Get some shout outs real quick.
I could shout out a million people, man, but the only people I want to shout out right now are the people that are on the front line, the healthcare workers that are out there, that are still going to work and, don't have the resources that they need. And there's people out there that are sending those resources because our government isn't handling that. And, people need to realize that when they vote. And I'm not talking about the president. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about in general. If you live in a city where your government officials are not helping the healthcare workers and the people that are on the front line that are risking their lives every day to take care of their loved ones, vote and change. Vote. I don't give a damn if it's a Republican. I don't give a damn if it's a Democrat. I don't give a damn who it is. If the people that are supposed to be helping these people are not helping these people in your area, use your voice and get rid of them. Period.
Absolutely.
Point blank. Shout out to every single healthcare worker that's out there doing what they do and everybody that's on the front lines of this shit, man.
Absolutely. We salute you, man. Yeah. Every healthcare worker, everybody considered essential. Everybody that still has to wake up and go to their job and clock in. Listen, it took me a long time to realize the difference between a job and a business and what's more important and what's more lucrative in the long run and lining somebody else's pockets or filling somebody else's pockets versus starting my own and making a way for my own family, my own people. So at the end of the day, listen, whatever you're doing, if you're still doing it today, we appreciate you doing it because not a lot of people would actually step up to the plate and do this, man. Not a lot of people would do that shit.
That's real.
If you're watching us from the first time or you watching us from the last time, we appreciate you. Listen, without you, there would be no us. And I just want to say, as I've been saying on all of these new episodes, no matter what's going on with COVID, COVID-19, coronavirus, the pandemic, whatever it is, however you want to call it, there's no reason why we cannot be nice to one another, be kind to one another. Be nice and be kind to your neighbor. Because this might change the way we live, but this does not have to change who we are. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to say it for my man right now. One time, real quick, your past does not dictate your future. Am I right, my brother?
Never, ever let your past dictate your future. Ever. Because if you knew where I came from, where I've been, and where I am today, my past has never dictated who I am going to be, who I am today, and who I will be 5 years from now. You know what I mean? Never let your past dictate your future.
Man, listen, J Majestic DMP on Instagram at J Majestic DMP. It's your man, So It Go Jay. So It Go Jay with all underscores in between. It's 1201 the podcast, TWELVE_OH_1. But we're going to catch you in the next round. Jay, thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.
Catch you.
Houston, we have a program alarm, 1201. Go on the 1201 ring. Roger, go 1201.